I'm going to start with AB 1894.
That sounds great. Thanks. Agenda item number 4. Got a motion and a bipartisan second.
Great.
Good start.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Chair and members. I'm happy to present AB 1894, the Cannabis Vape Labeling for Proper Disposal Act by Assemblymember Luz Rivas. So this bill prohibits labeling on cannabis vaping devices that indicates they are disposable or imply they may be thrown into trash or recycling. Additionally, this bill will require the cannabis vaping devices be properly labeled and advertised as hazardous waste. AB 1894 is a culmination of work between our sponsor, haulers, and cannabis industry to provide clear labeling and stop the marketing of these products in any way that implies they can be disposed of in trash or recycling systems, and are clearly labeled to ensure the consumer is aware they must be disposed of as a hazardous waste. According to FDA, vapes can catch fire or even explode and seriously hurt people. So today, I have 2 witnesses joining me today. I have Jordan Wells with the National Stewardship Action Council and Amy Jenkins representing the California Cannabis Industry Association.
Great. Should we start with Ms. Jenkins in the room, and then we'll go to Jordan Wells, or maybe someone else?
Jordan is on the phone, I'm told.
Perfect. Please.
Thank you.
And if y'all want audible, go ahead and audible, whatever you want. But yeah, no, Ms. Jenkins, please go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members. Amy Jenkins here on behalf of the California Cannabis Industry Association. I want to begin by thanking the author and the sponsors of this bill for proactively working with CCIA and the broader industry. This really is a consensus bill that continues to permit the manufacture and use of non-rechargeable vaping products, while at the same time advancing sensible provisions aimed at promoting environmental sustainability of these products. CCIA has a very proud track record of supporting policies that encourage the use of recyclable and or biodegradable materials, reducing landfill waste and promoting responsible use. While most non-rechargeable cannabis vapes are made with recyclable materials, they also include lithium-ion batteries and heating elements, which should be disposed of as hazardous waste. I would note that non-rechargeable products are predominantly used by patients for their ease of use. And so, again, we appreciate the fact that this bill strikes a balance between ensuring that the public is aware that these need to be properly disposed, while allowing patients to continue to access these products. So for these reasons, we strongly support the bill and urge your vote today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We're voting now. We've skipped things and we are off to voting. Do we have Jordan Wells via phone?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can, thanks.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Member Lee, Chair, and members. I am Jordan Wells with the National Stewardship Action Council, a nonprofit that advocates for a circular and equitable economy and the sponsor of AB 1894. AB 1894 will require an integrated cannabis vaporizer, or better known as a cannabis vaping device, or vape, to prominently display that it must be disposed of as hazardous waste, and will prohibit any messaging that states it is disposable or implies that it may be thrown in the trash or recycling. According to the Statewide Recycling Commission, there is a serious truth in labeling problem for what producers are claiming on their product labels regarding recyclability and proper disposal, which leads to confusion and improper disposal of many products, vapes being one of them. Online, we have found many products are labeled disposable, and some even state outright that they can be thrown in the trash or imply they can be disposed of in the trash, or do not include any information about proper disposal at all, leaving consumers to guess. Confused consumers are discarding vapes in their household trash or recycling bins, where they can and do cause explosions and fires that can result in costly damage to property and the environment, with the potential to hurt people working in the waste industry. And vaping is on the rise, and the market for single-use vapes is increasing, yet there are many reusable and rechargeable options readily available. We are delighted that the industry has partnered with us on this bill to properly inform consumers of correct disposal. While we understand the concern that cannabis vapes are required to bear many labels, so do other products, which are also required to label with important disposal instructions. I want to thank Assemblymember Luz Rivas for her leadership on this issue and for sponsoring AB 1894, our co-authors, and Assemblymember Lee for presenting the bill today, and I respectfully urge your aye vote. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I believe I have a primary opposition witness, Rand Martin. Rand is in the room. Come on up. You've got 2 minutes.
Mr. Chair and members, Rand Martin on behalf of the parent company, which I identified earlier as one of the largest vertically integrated cannabis companies in the state. I want to say two things to begin with. Number one, we appreciate what the author did relative to her bill, AB 1690, which led to this bill being necessary. We really appreciate that. Number two, we also agree that the message that she wants to deliver is the right message. We just need to make sure that we're delivering it in a way that it actually gets the attention of the people who are purchasing cannabis products. We're very concerned that as additional proposals are out there relative to adding more and more to the existing cannabis products, that what we're doing is creating virtual white noise, and that people are looking at these products and deciding, or not deciding, not making decisions based on what they see. They're just ignoring what they see because that's what we do. I use as an example, and I think all of us will admit it, at least privately, that we don't pay attention to Prop 65 warning signs because they are everywhere, and they don't tell us anything that we need to know. We don't want the same thing to happen to cannabis products because those products are delivering very important messages like pregnant women shouldn't use them without consulting a doctor, shouldn't be given to children, and messages like that. We have talked with the sponsor and the author. We are hopeful that we can find some mutually agreeable way of delivering the message so that people actually do get the message. And obviously, I think the bill will probably move forward today, but we hope that the author will continue to work with us and other members of the industry who are very concerned about crowding out important messages in our cannabis messaging warning labels. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Any additional witnesses in support or opposition in the hearing room today? Just want to add on your name, organization, if any, and position on the bill.
Mr. Chair, Mark Aprea on behalf of Republic Services in support of the measure.
Thank you.
Dale Geringer on behalf of California Normal in support of the bill.
Thank you very much. Any additional witnesses in support or opposition of the... Oh, please, sorry.
Pamela Lopez with K Street Consulting on behalf of Shrine Group in support.
Thanks, Ms. Lopez. Any additional witnesses in support or opposition in the hearing room? Seeing none, operator, let's open up the phone lines for AB 1894. If anyone wants to add their name, organization, if any, and position, support or opposed to the bill.
Okay, as a reminder, please press 1, then 0, 1, 0. Our first will come from the line of 252. Please go ahead.
Good morning, Mr. Chair and members. Nicole Wortelman on behalf of the San Bernardino County Board of Supervisors in support.
Thank you.
Next, we'll go to line 41. Please go ahead. Line 41, possibly your mute button's on.
Alexa Chavez on behalf of Californians Against Waste in support.
Thank you.
Next, we'll go to line 34.
We can hear you. Can you hear us? No, we can't.
Okay, sorry. No one told me my line number this time. Mitchell Cabrera, Sustainability Advocate, in support of this bill.
Great. Thanks so much.
Next we'll go to the line.
Yeah, I apparently have to say.
Go ahead. Apologize. 265. Please go ahead.
Good morning. Rich Miller, Executive Director for American Alliance for Medical Cannabis, in strong support. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we have no further in queue at this time.
Great. Thanks so much. Bringing it back to colleagues for questions or comments. Did we have a motion in a second yet? We've got a motion in a second. Yes. Councilmember Irwin.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Lee. Thank you very much for bringing this this important bill forward for Assemblymember Rivas. I think it is critically important that the messaging is there, that there is proper disposal of these single-use batteries. We've heard a lot of reasons for that. There's an expanded number of products that use these batteries. And I think the next step in this is making sure that we expand proper disposal opportunities. And I have a bill that's going to complement this bill very nicely, AB 2440. And so I think it's really important that we address this issue in a multitude of ways, and this bill is one important part of that. Thank you.
Thank you, Assemblymember Irwin. Great opportunity to plug your bill as well. Absolutely. Any additional questions or comments from colleagues? Seeing none, Assemblymember Lee, would you like to close?
Proud co-author of this bill and respectfully ask your aye vote on behalf of Assemblymember Rivas.
Thank you for your stellar job pinch hitting for Assemblymember Rivas and for presenting this bill. I'm happy to support the bill with some amendments that I believe you've accepted on her behalf.
I will accept on her behalf.
You're the best. Appreciate you. Mr. Secretary, please call the vote.
The motion is to pass as amended to the Committee on Appropriations. Berman?
Aye.
Berman, aye. Flora? Bloom? Bloom, aye. Bonta? Chen? Chen, aye. Cunningham? Dally? Fong? Gibson? Grayson? Irwin? Irwin, aye. Lee?
Aye.
Lee, aye. McCarty? Medina? Medina, aye. Mullen? Salas? Ting? Weber?
We've lost all our colleagues. So that bill has 6 votes, and we'll leave the roll absent for, or we'll leave the roll open for absent members. I see Mr. Quirk here, so